peeps, we are back. We are just catching up. We are talking about some of our favorite reality TV stars and just catching up on their drama, being thankful that it's them and not us, right? Okay, so first of all, let me start by saying all of this is all alleged. I don't know these people. I was not there, and I don't want anybody pointing fingers at me for spreading vicious rumors. Okay, so first let's start with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It is being reported that the cast and the producers of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City were completely terrorized after the feds demanded that they tell them Jen's whereabouts. So we already know everything that's going on with Jen, how she was arrested for allegedly being part of this telemarketing scheme and could possibly end up in jail for 50 years. Jen is also saying that she is completely shocked at who her real friends are, who has been there supporting her throughout this time. I don't know why she would be shocked. I mean, if I was one of the other housewives, I hate to say it, but I would bail. You know what I mean? Especially if they're truly traumatized. I don't want any interactions with the FBI, and I certainly don't want them looking into my business. I'm just saying, if I was one of those cast members, I would definitely want to distance a little bit. Jen is claiming that she's had an extremely difficult time following her arrest, but it seems that the rest of the co-stars, as well as their production team, they are saying that they too have found it extremely difficult. You know, we heard that Jen and the rest of the group were all traveling together in a van or a bus, depending on which media outlet is reporting the story, and that she was reportedly tipped off by her husband, allegedly, when he called her and let her know that some people were looking for her, and that she made up some excuse and bolted. However, everybody else was blindsided, and according to Tamara Tattles, the feds pulled over the bus/van and was extremely pushy with the production team because they wanted answers. They wanted to know exactly where Jen was. However, production was unable to give them those answers because she lied to them. She didn't tell them exactly what was going on or where she was going. If she is guilty of the crimes they allege that she did, go on to jail, girl. Even through all of this, she still hasn't stopped using social media. She posted on April the 12th, "You never know who your real friends are until you're in need. You'll be surprised who shows up." I have no idea who she was referring to. I don't know if it's her castmates. I have no clue. She has posted a few photos of her in full glam, so I'm assuming it's because she's, working, filming the show. Like I said, if she's guilty of what they're saying she's guilty of, I really don't understand it. I have no idea why she would have auditioned to be a housewife. Tamara Judge from the Real Housewives of OC said, she's a special kind of idiot. If you know you are doing something illegal, why in the world would you ever apply to be on a reality show? And Heather Dubrow, who's also from the Real Housewives of the OC, she said the same exact thing. It doesn't make sense if you are aware that you are doing crime for you to come on one of the housewives. On to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now listen, these people are really wrecking my nerves. There are reports out there that Marlo is petitioning Bravo to bring back Nene and Phaedra. And there are other stories out there saying that Bravo is actually contemplating bringing back Phaedra. Now let me say this. If Bravo does decide to bring back Phaedra, I'm okay with it. I really did like Phaedra for the most part. I mean, there were some things about her that were really phony, but she was entertaining. Now, Nene, I don't care how much Marlo tries to petition, there is no way Nene is getting back on the Real Housewives. The way she drug Andy Cohen for filth, the way she went online and called that man a racist, and she called him a drug addict, Andy Cohen is not going to have it, okay? There is no way that Nene Leakes is back on the Housewives. I would absolutely love it if they brought back Sheree.
You need to watch yourself before you get checked.
Who gonna check me, boo?
You know, if I had my choice personally, I would say bring back Portia, bring back Phaedra and Sheree, and then everybody else should be brand new. Everyone else should be fired. I'm just saying, I don't like to advocate for people to lose their jobs. I really don't. But Cynthia is bringing nothing, and she's always brought nothing. Candy is just a walking infomercial. Every time you see her, it is an infomercial. Every season, she is selling and peddling all of her businesses, which is extremely smart, but boring. Marlo is not getting a peach. Andy is just not going to give the woman a peach, and she's not sharing her full life with us, I think, because of it. I would like to see Marlo at home raising her nephews. Drew and that husband, they are up to something. As much as I like Drew, she's not giving a lot, so she could go. LaToya, I never want to see her ever again. I'm just saying. I mean, bring on Fallon. I mean, Fallon has something going on with her life. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Get down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. But have you guys seen the sneak preview for the reunion?
What personal business did I tell?
You don't want anyone to be better.
Have you decided to be better though?
Girl, please. Who or what was in Tampa for 3 days?
But at the end of the day, keep it to you 100. Candy told me the next day.
And I know people will ridicule and people will troll, but a responsible woman on this platform, I'm just so disappointed in you.
Nice try, Drew, but I call bullshit. I just had y'all tongue kiss. She went back and told the group that you were undercover lesbian.
Because I'm a single woman. And I can do whatever I want.
Watch your tone.
I have no idea what is going on with this. It's all about Portia and Bolo, and Kenya is having some sort of issue with Candy because she wants Candy to stand up for her and let everybody know what she thinks about Bolo and Portia. Then you have Portia who's pissed off at Candy because Candy sort of threw her under the bus because she's shared pretty much. She might as well just came right out and said it, that she believes that Portia allegedly slept with Bolo. I'm hearing that at the reunion, Drew gets angry with Kenya because Kenya's being disrespectful to her, and she brings up Kenya's bad marriage. Honey, listen, these ladies are just doing too much. I mean, they took one situation and it carried the entire season. They are just like the OC and just like Beverly Hills. They will take one storyline and they will all share it and carry it throughout the entire season. Andy Cohen really needs to reboot every housewife franchise, every last one of them. New Jersey, New York, the OC, Atlanta, and Beverly Hills. I don't watch Dallas. And I know that they're bringing back Miami, and I know that it's most likely going to be on the Peacock network. And I also know that Wendy Williams is supposed to be a friend of the show when they move to Miami. You know, now that she's single, fancy, and free, she absolutely went to Andy Cohen and asked him to bring back the Real Housewives of Miami, and they are making it work. I don't know. I never was a fan of the Real Housewives of Miami. I didn't like it, couldn't get into it, didn't like the women, none of it. Now that they're redoing it and Wendy Williams is going to stop in from time to time, I might be interested. I don't know. We'll see. Moving on to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. There are reports that Erica Girardi, or Erica Jane, whichever way you like to refer to her, is refusing to return jewelry and designer clothes to the trustee, as, you know, her husband is accused of owing hundreds of clients up to at least $26 million. They are saying allegedly that Erica is claiming that her jewelry and clothes are not community property. So months after she filed for divorce, she is refusing to turn over any gifts that were given to her by her husband. You know, they are alleging that she has received over $20 million from him over these years. On April 14th, Radar Online obtained court documents revealing that the trustees are working behind the scenes to sort through the remaining assets. They believe that Erica is either in possession or has transferred possession of assets to a third party. The outlet also claims that Erica reportedly told the trustee that she does not have any community property in her possession, except for certain household items, and that what she does have are alleged gifts from Tom. She also allegedly reported to them that the gifts that she has received from Tom will not be turned over to the bankruptcy court and to the creditors because they have no right to them. These items include expensive jewelry and designer clothes. They're also saying that around $2 million of the $26 million that they allegedly owe was due to be paid to orphans and widows of the victims of the Lion Air Flight 610 crash in 2018. Another $11 million was meant to pay for families who have suffered damages in a 2010 gas pipeline explosion in California. Oh my God. Wow. I mean, can you imagine taking money from orphans and widows and survivors? Yikes. I could never look myself in the mirror. I could never look myself in the mirror if I knew that I was living the high life on the back of orphans and widows. Jeez. Wow. That just baffles me. And I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for the new season of Beverly Hills.
I did not see it ending this way. I was gonna hold that man's hand till he died.
Any of the lawsuits, like, did you have a heads up? Is that why you got divorced?
No, I did not. Orphans and widows. It makes you feel sick.
Did you know any of this?
No one knows the answer but him.
Buy it! Buy it! Buy it!
How much is that?
1.2 million.
Wow! Who wants to kick in a little something to buy this over?
You need to kick in my legal fund, you bitch.
And it's somewhere around 53 million.
I've never felt so poor in my life. Have you been hiding this body?
You're an inappropriate, awkward person because you're jealous.
Whoa.
Period.
You, Crystal. Jealous of what? Your ugly leather pants?
I texted her and I didn't hear back.
Kim changed her number.
She did?
Going with my friend.
He's too damn old.
I know! He's old.
And he's got 3 kids.
You don't see color?
Are you serious with
that
me
what you're
right now?
saying?
I am not a liar. You have a lot of nerve.
Don't talk to me like that.
Or what?
Seriously.
Or what?
Or nothing.
Right, exactly.
I
Shut
don't-
the up.
Erica.
Oh my gosh. At some point, the girls are going to turn on Erica, and it's going to be open season on her the way it was on Denise. Now listen, I'm all for standing up for yourself, but I really do not like the way she was all up in Sutton's face. And even though you all know that I don't condone violence, Erica would have got a face mush. You know what I mean? I would have mushed her face so fast. Don't try to test me. Don't get in my face and or what, because I'm going to give you what, okay? But you know, Sutton is such a Southern lady. She was, you know, she cries a little bit. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. In times like that, If you see a tear come out of my eye, you better run. Okay, because that's not tears of weakness. That's tears of me trying to hold back from whooping you. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's when the old me pops off. Don't be disrespectful. I have no idea what the real context of that argument was. Once the show airs, I'll probably change my mind. And I may not be against Erica, but the way it looks, honey, don't approach people like that. You never know what you're gonna get. I'm just saying. So there's also some reports out here that there's some filming going on in Nashville. So it seems that Jana Kramer, which I originally knew her from One Tree Hill, which by the way, I loved One Tree Hill. I watched every season. Anyway, everybody knows that Lucas belonged with Brooke. Anyway, let's just move on. But I first knew her from One Tree Hill, but then I fell in love with her music. Listen, people, I'm from West Virginia. Country is in my heart. Do you hear me? I am a lover of country music, as well as rock music, as pop music, hip hop, you know, R&B. I'm into everything but the polka. Okay, I don't listen to no polka music. And I'm not a huge fan of bluegrass, but regular country, I'm into it. Okay, I'm just saying. But supposedly, Jana, Luke Bryan's wife, Carolyn, and a bunch of other country ladies are filming a housewives type show in Nashville in the hopes of it being picked up. We're hearing that possibly Bravo and Andy and NBC Universal may be interested in creating a new Real Housewives of Nashville. And let me tell you something. If they create a Real Housewives of Nashville, I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if I'll love it, but I would definitely watch it. I would also watch a Real Housewives of Chicago. I would watch a Real Housewives of San Francisco. You know, Andy, give us something. I'm just saying. You know, a Real Housewives of Las Vegas would not be bad. So we're gonna move it on down to Jersey, honey. Let's get on down to Jersey. So does everybody remember Kim D? Oh gosh, we had Kim D, we had Kim G. Ooh, those Kims, they was trouble, right? Anyway, so Kim D is back at it again. That woman loves to be in the limelight. She loves her 15 minutes of fame, honey, and she is going to hold on to it as long as she can. Kim has recently come out and she's talking about Teresa's new boyfriend, Louis. And Kim was recently on a podcast called Behind the Velvet Rope. She says that she does not think very highly of Louis. She goes on to claim that there were forms of abuse, not physical, but mental abuse. She claims that Louis would do things like lock his ex-wife out of the house. She also claims that he's a narcissist and that he has very interesting sexual preferences. She also claims that he is the manager of a strip club in Allendale, New Jersey. Now, honey, listen, all of this is alleged because Kim D said this. I don't know that woman. I don't know Louis either. Now, I don't know why Kim is saying this, but it sounds like a little karma. You know, Teresa did go around spreading them rumors about Evan, and now here's Kim spreading rumors about Louis. Kim also said that Louis has a reputation of cheating on most of his exes, and that at one point he even slashed one of his ex's tires. This is something else she said. She said he was with a girl the day he met Teresa. He was living with someone and he went in and he was telling the girl, "My gosh, I met Teresa Giudice." And she goes, "I don't care, whatever." He made a really big deal of it. And then one day he just never came home. And that's how he broke up with her. He just left her for Teresa. According to the podcast, she pulled up receipts, which included a private message from someone that alleged Louis had ties to this sex club. Oh, wow. Kim says that he has been playing Teresa and being on his best behavior because he likes Teresa's lifestyle. And she realizes that Teresa has fallen really hard for him and that he is no Prince Charming. That's a lot. I personally think Teresa's moving too fast with Louis. The fact that she's saying every day on social media how much she loves him, that he is her soulmate, the fact that they have started this flipping real estate business and that they've made a purchase of a $3 million home. And I think that's a lot. I think Teresa is moving too fast, and I hope in the end she doesn't get hurt by all of this and that nothing that goes on with Louis interferes with her daughters. She deserves way better than this. Well, you guys, that is it. That is the gossip. That is the dirt. That is all I have. So until next time, bye.